This is Otaku no Video for July 6th, 2008, the Origins episode. Alright, one of the articles from recently was that the 6 of the top 10 Blu-ray discs in Japan are anime. What was remarkable to me actually about it is like one of them is Char's Counterattack. One of them's Gundam F91.
Oh, F91?
Yeah. And this is kind of the interesting thing is, and granted Blu-ray kind of is in its own sort of unusual place. So they're pushing a lot of stuff onto Blu-ray that isn't all that recent. But you know, the fact that these, Phantom of the Opera.
What?
Why is that? Okay, whatever. But you know, the fact that, like, I mean, I understand the Char's Counterattack was put on Blu-ray. The fact that it's one of the top 10 best-selling Blu-rays in Japan.
Did it just come out?
Amazing. I don't know. I think so. This was for the past 6 months. So
wow. I don't know that it surprises me though. I mean, Gundam is pretty popular. I mean,
that's true.
And especially it's just a movie. It's not like the movie set that's like $700.
That's true. But also, you got stuff like .hack GU.
Yeah, that's sort of weird.
Is that new? I don't know .hack. Okay,
yeah, it's the most recent .hack, and like 5 centimeters per second, which is understandable. But you know, the fact that much stuff is on there. I mean, you know, anime is popular, but this is pretty darn impressive.
I'm curious of what the Blu-ray market looks like in Japan right now, because I don't know. We don't have that many options here, so it's possible that there's only like 50 Blu-ray DVDs out. And one of them is Char's Counterattack, and one of them is Gundam F91. And that there's literally only like 10 anime Blu-ray DVDs out right now, so I don't really know what the market looks like. That may have something to do with this.
That's a good point.
I mean, Phantom of the Opera is on here.
Well, this is Amazon Japan, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that narrows it down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And also I know that somebody was posting on ANN's forums about how the top 2 or 3 best-selling Blu-rays were anime. They were Shinkai movies. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So Shinkai's really popular over there, I guess? I haven't seen any of his stuff, so...
And here, apparently.
Yeah, he's very popular over in Japan. Pretty well over here. It's kind of like a lot of things where, like Miyazaki over there is massively popular over here. Yeah, everyone's seen him, but it's just not the same level. Even within the anime communities.
What is 5 centimeters per second? I haven't heard of that.
That's the most recent one,
yeah.
I think? Yeah. Which I think is a little bit more sort of episodic. It's not like I think Voices was a very self-contained story. It bounced back and forth. Place Promised is pretty much a story. And it's linear, and it talks about stuff that happened in the past, but it's fairly linear. From what I can tell of 5 centimeters, it's more, here are various moments in these characters' lives. So I don't know. So, I mean, I was kind of surprised that it's as popular as it was, considering I think it's a little less accessible.
Interesting. I guess he's just that popular at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his artwork's beautiful.
So are no Miyazaki films on Blu-ray? Is that what I'm pulling out of the fact that no Miyazaki films are on this? I mean, Kiki's would be on here. Or something.
Yeah.
Something would be on here if it was available. Mononoke.
That's true.
But
Well, let's do a quick check now that we're here.
Clear that up.
I was just curious, which is interesting, because if Gundam F91 is beating the entire collection of Miyazaki, that's a newsworthy story right there.
So let's just try Kiki.
So
alright, so apparently, that's right. I think that's common.
So
right.
Gundam F91 is on the top 10 list solely by default, because there's nothing else in competition. That makes me feel better about the universe.
Well, there are a lot of other things. I mean, that get released on... Yukikaze was released on Blu-ray. And
Really?
A lot, yeah. In Japan and here, Utawara whatever was released on Blu-ray, and that had English subtitles as well in its special edition printing, and so did Yukikaze, but that was brought over here on Blu-ray anyway.
Right.
But yeah, there are a lot of TV shows that occasionally get Blu-ray released.
Is it perhaps possible that they're giving away free Gundam models or something to encourage people to buy it?
Never.
No, certainly not.
Only with 500 billion yen.
So, are there any anime Blu-ray DVDs here that have cracked even the top 100 list of...
Attack on Concrete.
Yeah.
Really? What is that?
Oh my gosh! I'm geeking out here.
Hard to explain.
It's based on manga.
Let me just show you images.
It's about these 2 guys in the city. Named Black and White. Yeah, and it's by the first American to make it in the Japanese anime industry. That guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Interesting. I'll check this out. Is this out?
Yeah.
And it's on Blu-ray?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to get it then, because just to exercise my PS3's muscles a little bit. Okay. Back on King Creek?
Yeah.
On the list.
But, yeah, I mean, certainly anime has not been any big splash in Blu-ray over here, which is, again, one of the things that's kind of surprising. Now, granted, this is Japan, where everyone's on the cutting edge all the time.
Right, and I think the PS3 had won the market a lot earlier. I mean, the Xbox 360 didn't even make a blip on the radar there, so that gives everyone who bought a PS3 a Blu-ray DVD player right out of the gate. So
Were they still trying to push HD DVD? Do you guys know?
I think I'm not sure. I imagine because Toshiba was involved, so I imagine that there was probably some HD DVD push. But since everyone who bought PlayStation 3 got a Blu-ray DVD player by default, and since it was so much more dominant in the industry there than it was here, I mean, it still was winning the battles here. But Xbox 360 was a joke in Japan, so which is why it's going to become a joke in the long run, unfortunately, because half the game makers exist in Japan. But anyway, that probably gave Blu-ray a bigger edge in Japan than it did, which is probably why I don't think they won the war here quite as easily, but I think that the tide was probably turning in Japan and then overcomes.
Well, yeah, but keep in mind this is also Japan, and, HD DVD won't be dead. I mean, something will be released on it. I imagine. I mean,
You think?
Well, I mean, Turn A was released on Laserdisc in 2000.
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, there are people who like their beta tapes, and there are people who like their VHS tapes, and it's sort of weird, but it happens.
I'm flashing back at the guy in Cowboy Bebop with the beta VHS, with the beta VHS players. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's an otaku, yeah. That's the otaku in Bebop, yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, so we want to talk about origins a little bit of how we got into the anime, how we're doing a podcast in anime in the first place, because I think we've all reached here by fairly disparate roads. So.
I would agree with that.
We talked a little about what our first anime was before, and someone here did Dragon Ball Z. But
that was me, I'm sorry.
So let's start with Nick. How'd you get here?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I want to make you uncomfortable, so go ahead.
Oh, good. Luckily, Brent's separating us, and I don't think Brent's bisexual. I hope not. All right, that's making
After
me
that
more
excellent
comfortable.
digression, that was a pretty good attempted diversion there, Nick. So
That's going to be cut. So
Really?
probably not.
Okay, good. Well, when I was... I don't even know what age I was, but I watched Speed Racer reruns. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. A friend of mine was into the whole Animu thing, and they were really into Dragon Ball Z. And I guess they were pulled into that by fan subs or something, because I know that his sister went on to really... She knows Japanese really well right now. And that was years ago.
Wow.
I'm not going to estimate, because I'm probably going to be off. But was really into that, followed Cartoon Network, their lineup. Things began to crack probably in 7th grade when that same friend loaned me some 2 discs of AMVs, most of which were from Otaku in 2001 or so. And some of them, almost all finalist movies. And I watched them and I was, what the heck is this? And that's essentially what got me into it, and I started poking around for Trigun, Kenshin. I bought the first volumes of each one of those. I bought the special edition of Jinro. I got Akira for Christmas that year, and that's where things started to go, and branched into Yu Yu Hakusho. And later things got bigger as I attained more cash, but